Hello and welcome, Magic lovers. I finally was able to pick up an Arahbo Roar of the World and put together this Cats deck that's pretty cool, and that's going to be my Rogue Wednesday this week. So, Arahbo, if you're not familiar with it, it's a 5/5 for 5, 1 green, 1 white, and 3 colorless. It is a legendary creature cat avatar. It has eminence at the beginning of combat on your turn. If Arahbo, Roar of the World, is in your command zone or on the battlefield, so it activates even from the command zone, another target cat you control, another target, not itself, gets +3/+3 until the end of turn. So this is a really good ability, and it turns tiny little cats into really big threats. And if it's in play, this other triggered ability happens. Whenever another cat you control attacks, that's any cat. So this can trigger multiple times. You may pay 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 white. If you do, it gains trample and gets +X until the end of turn, where X is its power. So this helps you really push through a lot of damage. In testing, I found that this actually becomes quite relevant. Like, you cast Arahbo a decent amount of time, especially if your opponent finds a way to stall out on you, and then you can use that ability to push through those last points of damage. And a lot of times you'll have like a 14/14 because it's also got the +3/+3 ability. So it's actually, it was a much better ability than I thought it would be. Edgar Markov. You rarely see anybody actually play Edgar Markov, but I played Arahbo in testing a lot more than I expected. So I got this deck from the dual commander listings, but the deck kind of builds itself because you really want the small cheap cats. Those are the ones that are going to be the best. Like Sacred Cat is an amazing. I mean, it's limited fodder at best in most other formats, but in this deck, it's an 8-point life swing on turn 2, and who wants to spend the removal on a Sacred Cat? And if they do, it just comes back. And so, like, these lifelink ones are really, really good because they put your life out of reach while doing a ton of damage to your opponent. And then obviously you want other ones like Savannah Lions and Loam Lion, and then even Wild Mikado that only ever becomes a 2/2 is still really, really good. And then, just a bunch of other cheap, efficient cats. There's a few non-cats in here, like Mother Runes and Selfless Spirit to protect your creatures. And then Stoneforge Mystic is obviously really good. And then there's a couple honorary cats like Metallic Mimic and Chameleon Colossus. And then some stack pieces like Armageddon and Cataclysm, Tango Wire, and Winter Orb are all there to push your advantage. So when you're ahead, you play those out, and then you keep your opponent from catching back up. And then there's a couple other removal spells and Skull Clamp and Sylvan Library and, those kind of things. But yeah, so it's a really interesting deck. This one is not playing the protection spells like the deck that I ran into the other day, but there's still a lot of ways to push through damage, so I figured I'd just try it this way. But if you want to make some changes, you might look into the white cards that give your creature protection from a color or something like that. But some of these other ones, like, just giving it trample is, you're playing against, there's a lot of 3 and 4 color decks in the format, so protection might not be that good, whereas some of these other things like flying and other things can really get through that damage better than protection can sometimes. So I decided I'd just keep it the way it is. So this deck looks like a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun in testing. It's been really effective, and I'm excited to try it out. Alright, I got a game. I'm on the draw. I'm playing against Sidisi, which this deck is probably not going to be super good against, but I do have Leonin Arbor. So I'm going to keep this. It's not the best hand in the world, but we'll see if we can make it work. I'll probably play the Liatao first. Liatao? I don't know how that's pronounced. Let's start with the unwastable landable land. Yeah, they do. The opponent says those cats hurt quickly. An Ornithopter. Never seen Ornithopter in a Sidisi deck. Let's The Lone Lion actually is better than the Liatao. And we get to keep Blossoming Defense up. I don't know if I use it. But, man, Berserk is pretty nuts. Add X. Well, that's unfortunate. So they're just Sidisiing right away. Oh, ad nauseum. Wow. That's aggressive. Had a godly hand. Sorry. This thing has 5 power. So they go down to 8 life, and they can't win. Oh, this is just... They're not going to go down to 8 life, are they? This is just a straight combo deck with very few Okay, that's crazy. Look at... They can basically just draw their whole deck, can't they? They're at 8 life, but they probably win. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. Yeah, they got so many rituals. This Culling the Weak gets them there. Three cards, 2 card, 1 card. No cards in library. There's no way they don't win right now. They wouldn't have gone down to 0 cards in library. Let's see what their plan is. I wonder if I should have played the Arbiter. I mean, no, they can't search their library. They don't have a library, so it wouldn't have mattered. They just had a... What are they playing? I've never seen this before. Mystic Tutor. Interesting. Scourge Familiar. So you're like... Scourge Familiar is usually part of an infinite mana combo, isn't it? Maybe it's just a lot of mana. Looks like they're going to Ensanguinate me. That looks like that's what the plan is. Alright, okay. I don't think I have Blossoming Defense right now. They take it. I assume they have enough to Exsanguinate me. Yep. Yep, they can discard just a ton of cards. Yeah, that looks like that's the plan. Alright, now that I see what they're doing, that's an interesting deck. Alright, got another game. I am on the play. I don't have a turn 1 creature. I'm playing against Sidisi. This is a rematch, isn't it? Alright, well, let's try it anyways. Let's see if we don't get comboed off on turn 3 again. These combo decks, the green decks, don't have a lot of luck with them. They're just, there's not much you can do to interfere with what they're doing. That hits for a lot of damage. Especially with a Rancor on it. We have a Blossoming Defense if it doesn't die right now. Oh, he's in real trouble. I thought he missed a land drop. It looks like he has a land drop. He just sees the giant creature, and he's a little worried about it, understandably. So let's go ahead and rancor this thing up. Let's give him a real clock. So that's a 3-turn clock. That's big. See if he has an answer to it. Or if we draw a land and we can just cataclysm them. Opponent said, I surely have won. Okay. I'm going to pay 2 here. Ristic Tutor, an interesting tutor. Alright, it gives me the GG. It gets worse, bro. Because I just drew that land. Swing. And put the nail in the coffin, hopefully. Looks like we might get a little bit of redemption. Because they're dead this next turn if they don't have a removal spell. I didn't see much removal in that deck. We saw the whole deck. Alright, we win. Alright, I got another game. I am on the play. Opponent is playing Brago. Alright. I have a trained Caracol, so I'm going to keep this. I think I fetch. Stalking Leonin is pretty good. Just allows you to, like, whenever you want, remove an attacking creature. And the Flying Double Striker is obviously fairly good as well. Opponent plays a Lonely Sandbar, says go. Alright, let's attack. And I think I will play the Elder. Opponent could have Wraths, but they're several turns away from a Wrath. Can do a lot of damage to them by then. Alright. I might be holding up a counterspell. Gonna go ahead and attack. The lifelink one's the best one. I'm probably gonna play the Pouncer into their counterspell. And let's play the Pouncer. It has Eternalize. Alright, no counterspell. Now I might have to start worrying about Wraths. Seagate Oracle. Alright. It would be nice to hit that, but We can only attack with one because these are all 1/1s. So I guess I might as well. This one forces a block, I think. Ah, I misclicked. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's see if we can get through it anyways. Play this thing. Hope they play Brago and we just play the Stalking Leonin into it. Our Flying Double Striker attacks right through it because it's a 4/4. Riftwind Cloudskate. Alright. See if they have a removal spell or something like that. Alright. That's great, actually. So I'm gonna Armageddon. I get a land back from the flagstones. I really wish I hadn't missed that attack, though. I'm not really worried about the 2/2 flyer in a few turns. It can bounce a 2-mana creature. Least of my worries. It's because of the extra F2s you gotta hit when you're doing the trigger. You gonna take it or you gonna block? Okay, they're blocking. No surprises there. Wish I had hit a land, but it should be okay. Let's just attack. This one does the most damage. Definitely attacking with all. Play the Wasteland. Say go. They get the 2/2. They can bounce the Pouncer. I assume that's the one they want to bounce, but their blocks still aren't that good. Alright, they still hit a land. It's a basic land at that. So I'd have them at 3 if I had been able to get in with that. That's aggressive. Wonder if they have if there's a card in their hand that's a reason why they're doing that. Let's just attack first. Oh, they're flickering. Okay. Alright. Oh, and then they get a block the 1/1. fine by me. Not great, but it's a 1/1. They got a flyer anyway, so they're going to be chump blocking no matter what. So let's just play the 2 creatures and not worry about the 3 mana 1 creature. Core Skyfisher. Alright. Returning a land or... Alright. A land. And then Ichor Wellspring to draw a card. Supremely aggressive. I'm at 34 life. My life total does not matter that much. And I doubt they have tricks. They have no mana untapped. This double striker. Makes sense. I'm going to play the sword, I think. It's super good on a double striker. They can't play Brago now. Or they just die. Alright, and opponent just concedes to the sword, which makes sense. Alright, got another match. I am on the draw. I am playing against Edgar Markov. So I think Edgar is probably the superior. Obviously, I can't keep this no-lander. We'll keep this. I don't want that. I'd rather have a 1-drop creature. But a lifelinker might do the trick. We'll find out. But I think it's going to be hard. You got, what's that? Yep, Strong Noble. Alright, well that one's pretty good. I have 1 or 2 humans in my deck, but not a significant number. But I'm already on the back foot here. This noble is going to get bigger. I don't think it beats the 3/4 though. Ooh, wow. Okay. Impact Trimmers. So let's... No more than one creature can attack me. That's kind of cool. So let's get this Savannah. So opponent probably not going to attack with a 1/1. They might just have a removal spell. These decks tend to just be stuffed full of vampires. Looks like they might have a removal spell though. Yahenni, which has haste. This doesn't even say non-tokens, so with every one of these 1/1s, I'm taking an extra damage. I'm not going to block the 2/2s. Certainly not because, I mean, Yahenni can get indestructible. Alright, let's attack. Gain some of this life back. It's actually a decent amount of life back. Alright, they chump block. Oh, they know they can sacrifice it, so I get no life. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a really good creature there. That's no fun. I want to gain life. As long as Henny's around, there's like no chance of me doing that, is there? Unless I get trample. I've got enough lands to get to Arahbo. Let's just play Brimaz. See if they can do anything with that. Well, they're tapping pretty quick. Vindicate? Anguish Unmaking. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks a lot. They gotta leave back the 1/1. I was hoping they didn't have that removal spell. Alright, let's... I think we still have to force them to use the one to get rid of the 1/1. We're losing a lot of life, though. Opponent's down to 3 cards. To get this Vault of the Archangel going. I do have the tech edge, though. Let's get just a basic forest. Play the Serpapart. We'll probably block the Noble with it. And then play the Wily Bantar. And say go. See if they can answer the Prowling Serpapard. Gorger. Gives everything madness. All this damage from the impact tremors. Starting to hurt a lot. Blood Throne, sacrifice creature, another sacrifice outlet. It's brutal. It's the impact tremors that's really done the most damage, I think. I mean, I pretty much have to trade here. Taking 4 more damage is kind of suicide. I made you any bigger, though. Exile target creature that's attacking you. It's pretty good. If I attack with this thing, can they actually kill? It'll be a 5/5. They could kill it fairly easily, actually. So it's Arahbo. I think it's Arahbo. That might let me get in for lifelink damage next turn. Like a lot of lifelink damage. Could attack with this thing. They could put another counter on you, Henny. If they kill it. That's like a lot of creatures to kill it. I'm going to attack with it. Maybe I shouldn't have. It's a lot of creatures I need to block. 11 life. It's close. I can definitely see an argument for both. And they just take the damage. Yeah, they're only at 26 life. I mean, like, I haven't done any damage to them yet. Maybe that was too aggressive. This Blood-Throne vampire is actually a big problem. I should have kept this back to just chump block the Blood-Throne vampire. I think that was a big mistake. Bloodmine Keeper. Yeah, because now I can't meaningful one. Like I'm at 9. Yeah, that was bad. That's basically the only blocks I can do. I'm dead if I don't block the blood. I should have kept the Wily Banter back. It's just a chump blocker. It would have changed all of this because then I could have attacked with this lifelinker. I think I'm still in pretty bad position. I'm absolutely dead here. I can't do 21 to my opponent. I can exile something with this thing. This thing is 3/3. I guess I have a couple turns. Secretly choose an opponent. I wonder which opponent I will choose. Yeah, okay. I hope it's not bugged. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. That attack though, man, I'm a little bit tilted by my own attack. I forgot about the Bloodline Keeper. Oh, now they've got a Vault of the Archangel that's active. Now my blocks look awful. Alright, they're not going to use it. I'm dead next turn. Do I kill this or do I kill this? They're both problems. I'm gonna kill this. Let's block that. Let's block that. Let's block that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad for me. I missed the other side of Bloodline Keeper. Not that it would have mattered. But the lifelink attack probably would have mattered. How big would that have been? That would have been a 5-5. It would have been a 10-10. And this is a 5-5. I'm just, I'm dead next turn, almost no matter what. I don't know if I could have pulled out of that if I played it properly, but it's a hard match anyways. Like, this is, they were on the play, and they're probably the better aggro deck. Alright, got another match. I am on the draw. I'm playing an Obzedat Ghost Council. I'm going to keep this very good hand. And I'm going to lead off with this Trained Caracal. Lifelink ones, as I said, are very, very good. I'm hoping it doesn't get killed and we get to just play the Sylvan Library. Could just get killed though. Looks like... Nope, they're just signing in blood. Okay. Do they mulligan? Because they're not discarding cards. Looks like no. Alright. Let's swing in for our 8-point life swing. I definitely think I want to play the Sylvan Library. It's a bit slower, but it's so good. Probably play the Selfless Spirit next turn and keep up the Mana Tithe. I don't know, we're going to look at 3 more cards too, so it's probably a little early to be deciding what we're going to do next turn. So, opponent plays Gravestorm. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent may exile a card from his or her graveyard. If that player doesn't, you may draw a card. Interesting, okay. Well, we can keep things going with... I think I do want the Selfless Spirit, though. My opponent could Wrath if I play just like the Explorer. Oh wow, Pendlehaven's good. This puts me up to, I have 8 cards in hand. Let's pay all the life. Yeah, let's play Selfless Spirit. And go for another 8-point life swing. With the Sylvan Library, that's actually crazy good. I'm back up to 29 life. Never seen this card before. They play Terramorphic Expanse. Crack it right away, even though it comes into play tapped. Not sure what my opponent's up to. Johnny's Pride Mate. Interesting. I'm going to crack this on my turn. I just don't want to... Yes. I mean... I'm just going to pay all the life. Let's be honest here. Make our life swing even bigger. We'll attack with a Selfless Seer at 2. Not going to block an Ajani's Pride Mage with the Selfless Spirit. Let's pop this. I'm going to pay life for a Temple Garden. And just because I want to keep 2 forests in play for this lone line. And say go. Opponent's down to 12 life. Gravestorm doesn't seem very good. Maybe there's some times when it's good. Opponent plays Divinity of the Pride. They don't have anywhere close to 25 or more life. Do I want... I could have manatized that. That's a shame. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, do I just keep drawing a bunch of cards? I can play this Pride Mage. So I can... Yeah, I'm just gonna take all the cards. It's a little bit greedy. Can I just... If I kill this, he gets 4 back. He's at 15. He has to chump block this. I already moved forward. I accidentally tapped F2 just slightly. I do have a stop though. And then he takes 4 damage and he has to chump block. I do have a stop here. I'm gonna get rid of that thing. Oh, I lost the Exalted trigger. I guess he doesn't have to jump block. He can block the Lone Lion. It's not a great block for him, though. Alright, goes for that. Takes 12 damage. And I have to discard a card. Or no, I don't. I have 7. I'm really wishing I had just mana-tithed that. Let's just get rid of the land. Mana-tithe definitely would have been the right answer. But I'm gaining more life than I'm losing from the Sylvan Library, at least. Play a Grave Titan? No. So I guess the mana tithe ended up paying off. Alright, and we win. Alright, I got another match. I'm gonna pick draw. This is a rematch against Obzedat. My opponent says, let's try again. I'll give him the good luck, have fun. And I will keep this hand. It's a little bit slow. So it's Obzedat again. And we'll lead off. I think I want to filter a land, even if I end up taking 2 damage to this Temple Garden. Alright. A Basilica, bringing back a Guild Gate. Kind of a budget mana base, apparently. So let's lead off with a Blade. It's the most aggressive. Plus it's got this cool looking Future Sight frame. Oh wow, that Future Sight symbol is really big over there. It's normal here, but it's really big there. Not sure what's happening there. Not of any real consequence. Oh. Blades eating removal. Alright. So we'll just follow up with a Miri. Or we could just go to... We go Cub and Sacred Cat. I think I want this Sacred Cat in play. And let's go with Cub and say go. We have to target something even though it doesn't matter. Alright, opponent's up to 4 mana. They might be looking to target some removal. Target creature plus. Alright, well let's just go to combat. Let's see what happens. They definitely are playing removal. Or mass removal. I'm gonna play the Stoneforge. And let's get... We don't have Feast and Famine, so we can't get anything pro-black. I don't know if Jit's good enough. Against a 5/5. at this Sword of Fire and Ice. It gives +2/+2, so it makes keeping the 5/5 in play look pretty bad. Alright, there's Obzedat. Ghost Dad, if you will. I think the old one is Ghost Dad. If you're playing this, I hope you know to... Okay, they have it go to the exiled zone. Makes sense. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I think that's a problem for another turn. Not really a problem. It's more of a solution. Ghost Dad doesn't scare me that much, honestly. Oh, it's because the Sword of Feast and Famine would give pro-green to this thing. So that's why. That makes sense. It's a lot of damage. Alright, Sword of... Alright, another removal spell for Obzedat. Oops, popped out my commander. Opponent plays Swamp. They're at 6 mana now. This thing is, what, a 6/6? If we make it a 9/9, it's not quite enough to kill my opponent. But they get 2 more, and then, so 5 more, so it's 14 damage. So that's something for another turn on the Oasis here. Blood Artist. Alright. Guess they can chump with the Blood Artist. Alright. They didn't even attack. Yeah, that's Elspeth. Let's give this thing flying. Let's make it a 9/9. Let's gain a ton of life. I don't know if I shoot down the Blood Artist. Yeah, it's probably safe to do that. Let's get rid of it. It's just one less problem to deal with. Alright, and let's play this untapped. We're at 43 life anyways. And then we can Valorous Stance the Obzedat. Wall of Reverence with toughness 4 or greater. Alright. I gotta stop here. Okay, there we go. Let's stop this life gain. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Alright, and we managed to beat them again. Alright, I got another match. I am on the draw. I am playing against Thalia. I'm going to keep this hand. Doesn't do anything till turn 2, which is a little fortunate about that Thalia, but I don't really have to worry about Thalia's non-creature. Alright, opponent doesn't have a turn 1. Can't Swords Thalia, unfortunately. But I can play a 3/3. It's probably pretty good. I assume they just play out Thalia unless they have something better. Alright, there's Thalia. Alright, let's play Fleece Mainline. Make it a 6/6 for no specific reason. I haven't actually seen it Miri do anything yet. It's kind of funny. Miri should be really good in theory, but I haven't actually seen that happen. Doubt my yeah, there's no good double blocks even there. The investigate thing is, let's see if we can make Miri do something. As long as it's tapped, no more than one creature can attack you each combat. So that's kind of cool. It's also legendary, so these things start mattering. So I'm not going to block Thalia with it. Mentor the Meek, okay. Opponent might not attack with Thalia, though. Alright. Let's pump this thing up. Go at him. They can only block with one creature. I just didn't notice that. I can wait. Let's Leotao, I think. Yeah, let's Leotao. Got the swords that we can play now. Alright, they're cracking a clue. It's a good sign. They can only attack with one creature. Alright, do I care about swords? No. I'm gonna wait. Alright, opponent packs it in. Yeah, I mean, like, this deck's definitely at an advantage against a Thalia deck like this. So this deck can dish out a lot of damage really fast. As we saw in match 2, like, you know, like a double striker and then Rancor on it. Man, that thing can just dish out damage fast. And just even, you know, the Caracal we saw being really good. I mean, that one doesn't even come back like the Sacred Cat does. But still, Lifelink just gains so much life. And I was able to just spend all my life on the Sylvan Library. There's a lot that's good going for this deck. The problem is that I think Edgar Markov is going to outshine this deck by quite a bit, because that deck kind of goes wide versus this one going tall. And so, like, when you're going tall and you're just, you know, you're putting at, you know, you can lose to removal. Removal can really tempo you out. Just a couple of removal spells at the right time can cause your tempo to just totally go off, and then you can lose that way. And then you're also going to suffer from people auto-siding in cards that are going to be good against Edgar Markov. Like, you know, your Engineering Plague, your Slice and Dice, those type of cards are still going to be really effective against this deck. They might be a little less effective because you do have some 2/2s and some other bigger creatures. So, but it still can cause some bad 3-for-1s and stuff like that, or again, tempo problems, and then your opponent comes back and does more damage faster than you can. So, I really like the deck. It hasn't really had any tournament success yet, and you know, it kind of makes sense. It seems like it's really good. There are probably, you know, there's a few bad matchups and whatnot, and you know, Edgar Markov, I think that one's going to be a hard match. It might come down to who's on the play or not, but I think it's still going to be hard. Although I did make a pretty bad mistake in that one match. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cool deck. It's fun that we can play cats. It's fun that it's a real deck. Like, it's a real deck, and it, you know, it makes cards like Sacred Cat and Sanctuary Cat and these other like not very real cats. It makes them into real threats, and that's really cool. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.